Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
We're looking at the southeasterly temperature maps, and you can see some very pleasant temperatures out there. Little Rock coming in at 61 degrees, 63 degrees in Tupelo, 47 in Atlanta, 58 in Tallahassee, 70 in New Orleans. And you can see that the temperatures have moderated over the last 24 hours, most everywhere in the Deep South. Sarasota now coming in at 70, so very pleasant indeed. Nationwide, we do still have some cold weather on the maps. D.C. at freezing currently. Toronto at freezing. Cleveland at 36. They could get some big snowflakes today, possibly big wet snow. 44 in Denver, 48 in Albuquerque, 43 in St. Louis. But notice this bubble of warm air lifting northward out of Texas. Already 70 degrees in Dallas, and they've had less sunlight than we have. The reason for this bubble of warm air lifting north is something that we will address in just a few seconds. We're looking at 70 degrees, our air temperature. We have a dew point of 49. That 49-degree dew point a little higher than it was 24 hours ago. East-northeast wind comes in at about 11. That northeasterly wind, that easterly wind, rather, I should say, of that east-northeasterly wind will continue throughout the day today, maybe even shifting a little bit more easterly or southeasterly as we head through the afternoon. That's going to help take that dew point value and continue to lift it. So here's why we have that bubble of warm, moist air lifting northward. The position of that high-pressure ridge providing us with a beautiful, beautiful day. The high-pressure ridge providing us with a wind flow that's coming in out of the east or eventually even southeast, and kind of keeping all the low-pressure areas that are to the north of us away from the state of Florida. Don't really see any big frontal passages in our near-term future anyway. We have a lot of snow shower possibility to the north of us. There could be some heavy snow, actually, some lake effect snow that could be kind of heavy up around the Great Lakes region. And then back to the west, a series of low-pressure areas moving onshore, giving more rainfall to California where they really don't need it. More snow to higher elevations where some of those snow resorts are enjoying it, or ski resorts rather. These low pressure areas continue to drift off to the north, then we're enjoying high pressure sitting over us, bringing us fairly sunny weather over the next several days. So warmer today than yesterday due to that little bit of a wind shift and more sunshine and gentler winds, and only fair weather clouds. Those fair weather clouds are riding on that general easterly flow. You can see the showers that are picked up by the winds over the large fetch of the Atlantic Ocean, picking up moisture, getting enriched with moisture, producing a few of those showers. But making the trek across the entire peninsula is pretty difficult, and the RPM computer model shows you probably don't have a big chance of a lot of those making it across, not soon anyway. I think by the time we get to next week, the atmosphere will be moist enough and we'll have a little of a kicker in the atmosphere, another frontal boundary that may make its way a little closer to us. That could bring us a chance of rain, but I think that's the only time in the next 7 days that we have a shot at seeing any rainfall. The high pressure ridge, as you can see right here, nosing down over the state of Florida, and the frontal boundary approaching, kind of turning into a more west to easterly direction on its tail end, showing that it's kind of losing energy back here. All of the energy is way to the north of that, above that high pressure ridge. We have dry air in place. That's indicated here by the tan contours on our water vapor imagery. That's one of the reasons that we have such delightfully sunny skies out there. Yes, a few fair weather clouds do make it across, but the atmosphere is so dry that they're pretty thin in nature and certainly not big rainfall supporters. You can see them producing a little bit of light drizzle over on the other coast. A lot of that, though, not even reaching the ground. And as they make it across, they just fade out and we're left with pretty dry conditions. Forecast looks like this. Another nice day for boating, I would say. Northeast to east wind coming in at about 5 to 10. Maybe a little bit of a surge tonight, but not nearly as what we saw yesterday. And then over the course of the next several days, we warm to close to 80.